We found our next opponent and we lost the die roll. Our opponent's going to play first, obviously. And we have a bit of a close hand. I mean, we have 2 1-drops, but we can only play one as a 2-3 or both as a 1-1. And we need to draw a land in order to do anything past that. So, I am not a big fan of risking it with hands like this. I mean, the fact that we are on the draw makes it a bit better, but I feel like mulliganing to 6, getting a scry, and probably some random 2-land hand is a lot better for us. Okay, that is a very decent 2-land hand, and I think I'm going to leave the land on top so we can cast a knight for sure. And I think in this specific case I'm going to fetch a Sacred Foundry so we can play a tap chalk duel next turn, since it's unlikely we're gonna need our second mana. So we might as well preserve some life total to have a better position in a race. Let's see what we are up against this time. Okay, given that we drew a 3rd fetch land, I'm going to fetch a tapped Stomping Ground here rather than play the Temple Garden to make our knight a 5/5. Seems like another Abzan. That's odd. Haven't run into any for quite a long time. And it's also not particularly heavily played according to statistics for Magic Online. But apparently today we get an Abzan streak. Let's see if we can vindicate ourselves after that awkward first match. While there was a mulligan again this game, we at least mulliganed into a good 6 card on the draw, which is not a problem. Unlike the mulligan 2-4 in the first match. That is unfortunate, but not much we can do about it. At least lets us play Rampager next turn easily. That might mean Delirium for this guy. Nope. Yep, Delirium. Last card was Liliana. It's a bit weird how the game orders them in the graveyard. Okay. It was actually unnecessary to shock here. I just was so caught up in thinking Seal of Fire Rampager to forget that we basically will have to Blood Rush Rampager. Okay, we don't. we got rewarded for shocking ourselves, at least, so no big deal. But yeah, it was definitely short-sighted to play the Temple Garden first and shock ourselves without knowing if he's going to block or not. Chances were pretty high that we actually have to Blood Rush there. This game is not looking too great for us. Inquisition misses, that's good. It's fine. Not gonna waste a Rampager here. Since we have a knight, let's hope the knight lives. Then we're actually in a pretty solid position to turn this game around. Nope. No luck. I'm gonna hold back the Skark for whatever it might be worth. And we're dead. Same as before. Rid of the Seal of Fires. One of those, because we don't know if he is gonna bring in Ghostly Prison, and not sure. One of those. Do I really want Granavamancer? Probably not. Underplay. And maybe one more Rampager. Alright, going to play first. To mulligan again. Got a good keep now. Doesn't matter where we put it, have to shuffle anyway. Stomping around into Curt Ape and pass the turn. And I guess we're gonna have to fetch a Sacred Foundry with double bolt, because I think it's too risky for us having to double bolt and not being able to double bolt. Something like a Tarmogoyf, for example. Rather have that option than 2 more life, I think. It's a close call though. Alright, we get to bolt that guy. And push some more. That's actually pretty good. We are now in a pretty good position. The die roll is pretty important in this matchup. Unfortunately, the first time we won the die roll, but mulligan to 4, so it didn't matter. And this time we lost the die roll and lost because of it. But yeah, this game is looking really good. With a lot of pressure. This is how the deck is supposed to work. Even on a mulligan to 6, we are in full swing. I rather mulligan to 6 and am on the play than have a 7 and be on the draw in this matchup. pretty sure. Let's attack like that. And if he double blocks, there's not much going on. I think that was fine. Holding back the bolt is probably better. Since if he doesn't block, we get to kill him, and if he jumps like that, we still have a bolt. Which might be helpful elsewhere. I think on the draw I'll do it the same way as we did last time. I like that plan on the draw. Having as many 1-drops as possible and stuff. That is a very solid 7 for once. Let's see if that's good enough to make up for being on the draw. Since being 1 or 3 toughness doesn't matter, we can play it like that and fetch a basic forest into Bright Mage. Next turn. I guess we got punished for it. That's unfortunate. I didn't think of brutality actually. Might have been worth it to just make sure it's a 2-3 after all. Play a bunch of guys, get a lot of Exalted going. Opponent missing a land drop definitely helps. Okay, so I guess we just play that and instant and creature is already in the graveyard. But yeah, probably gonna attack with this anyway, because if he has removal, I'd rather have him kill a non-exalted than an exalter here. Bit awkward that this is no Temple Garden, so I could play this, but oh well. Definitely would appreciate the second green by now. But yeah, this game is looking pretty good regardless. No blocks, too risky. Fetch that. Play Rampager and a Cuddle. And then we have to block next turn. Do not lose the race. So I think we can safely attack with everything here. I'm gonna make him use a removal here. There could have been a point made for targeting the Rampager to kill him if he has only DK, but it seemed a bit too risky. It's good that he uses it this turn, because otherwise he might kill our trump blocker, and if he has an untapped white source, just kill us on the backswing. Or if he has a way to make Goyf 5 power. Like a Bauble or a Liliana 2+ and then discard Liliana, something like that. But now he's in kind of an awkward spot. Could have a Brutality to finish us off, but he already had to kind of doubt he has more than those. Plus he would have probably used it, so I don't see a reason to block. Like if he would have attacked here, I would have taken it and gone to 1. Alright. Send in the lethal attacker. Question is, what do I care more about? This is another tough call, because he'll get alive either way. Kind of binds his mana. Can get this guy to 5/5, 6/6. I think it's probably safer to kill the ooze. Yeah, I think it's safer to kill the ooze. Just gets out of hand too quickly and makes our alpha strikes harder and or worse. Having our own Goyf definitely helps a lot here. Tag the opponent for lethal, make the Tamagotchi jump block. And now we should have the game, unless he miraculously has land damnation, which is not impossible, since they might run 1 or 2 damnations in the sideboard. But he doesn't, so game's over. Okay, deck managed to redeem itself this time. No mulligan to 4, no loss, even on the draw. That was fairly nice, and partially obviously due to the opponent stumbling this time, but that makes up for us stumbling the first match in the same matchup, so all things equal, this seems pretty even so far. Alright, see you in the final match in a moment.